Hi Capricorn, here is a general look at your solar chart for November 2016. This is a very progressive phase. This is a time when you're thinking towards the future and maybe something that's been on hold or that's been on the back burner that you've been wanting to get the ball rolling on or wanting to see the result of. Now is the time that you can do that. This is the time to make associations which are global or national, or within a circle or an association of some kind, group of kindred spirits. This is a time to make new friends as well, but also connect with old friends. You could be discussing and sort of generally chewing the fat with others, speculation, comparing notes, but also you could be thinking in a very different way, because this is a time of surprises as well, of something popping up, being of interest, something that you weren't expecting, and so on like that. And then Mercury will move, and on the 13th goes into a quieter background area where you're more introspective, more self-reflective, and more open to emotional or subtle energies. You could be a little preoccupied by things going on in the wings or backstage. It could be a time when it's a wait and see time, or it's a time when the jury's out. It's also a time for healing and for more imaginative type activities, and also intuitive. So hold the vision of how you'd like something to be and move beyond what seems to be getting in the way of your happiness and your well-being. Now we have something going on with Mercury with Saturn on the 23rd to the 25th. That's when the degree of Mercury and Saturn come together, so there could be more on your mind, more to get your head around. You've got to take things a bit more seriously. It could be any of those sorts of things. But at the same time as that's going on, we have Jupiter connecting with Saturn in a really good way. So that means even though you've got to put in more focus or take things more seriously or feel more pressure or be more aware of deadlines or schedules or related to travel and transport, maybe for some of you, this will be through that concentrated attitude, it will open, and you will learn. You'll be on a learning curve. You will be growing in your knowledge there, in a way which you feel in the instance, or very shortly after the instance, that it's extremely positive for you, or just positive for you. Maybe not extremely, but positive for you. So you've got to take on more responsibilities, maybe to do with communications or communications equipment or contacts, but your horizons will widen, and there will be a consultant or a guide or an advice giver, or shall we say a teacher or a teaching that could be significant for you. And until the 12th, there could be less opportunity for you to share your feelings because of the position of Venus. Maybe you're not quite certain about somebody in a relationship or what your own feelings are. And so you could be mulling things over in that regard. You could also be harking back to the past as well, to do with a relationship. But it's likely that you can benefit. It's a good idea to immerse yourself in nurturing pursuits, and you could benefit from having sharing that with another as well, in this quiet sort of background bubble kind of a way, with just maybe a close friend, or maybe not. Now Venus moves, and up until the 12th, Venus is in your sign, supporting a more gregarious, sociable. I mean, this is great to have Venus coming into your sign, because it can just give you that kind of Venusian kind of, I don't know, it's a kind of a glamour, not necessarily meaning that you would be glamorous, but it's sort of like a veneer, but without the superficiality of it. So just, you know, that little sparkle coming in there. And don't know how it works, but it seems to. So you'll be feeling more outgoing and gregarious, and maybe that's how it works, because then you're radiating that energy through you, and it could boost your confidence a bit, it could boost your love life as well. And mixing and mingling, reaching out here, and professional relationships can get a boost as well. People tend to like your style, and there is a flow between you and others, so it's a good time for you to take advantage of that and reap the benefits of that in whatever way, you know. And definitely it is a time to perhaps have a bit of a makeover and do some retail therapy. And then in the last week there is likely to be more intensity, deeper questioning related to relationships or regarding a resource. Could be a new dress, or new pair of jeans or something, or regarding something bigger like joint monies, joint property, something, or someone could be bugging you. So make sure you aren't projecting your own angst, your own fears onto them. So just do some sort of gentle self-questioning there any time that Pluto is around, and this will be Pluto and Venus together. We need to perhaps dig a bit deeper for the truth within, and then also concede some ground in some way, have a compromise in some way. So whatever it is, but this is a very short little aspect here. Until the 9th, Mars is in your sign for the first time this year. So Mars has been there for probably all of October, and now we're talking about November, so Mars will continue there until the 9th, and then this need for action is increasing. There's more hustle and bustle. You make the decisions maybe that you've been held back on before. Definitely time to get the ball rolling. And Mars tends to boost vitality, but also if you, depending on where you're at, things may start moving more quickly around you, and you've just got to kind of try and keep up with that. But don't let Mars run you ragged either. And then from the 9th, Mars is demanding you put more effort and decisiveness into all things material security, filling the piggy bank, getting organized with stuff, resources, material objects, property, food on the table, roof over the head, whatever it is, and that needs a more decisive, assertive approach, that area there, but also that energy of assertiveness, even aggressiveness, can be coming at you through that area there, with somebody trying to be pushy or making you feel like you've got to speed up before you're ready. So that wouldn't be good. And also another thing about this area here is diet and health, food, what you put through your body, water, solids, fluids. So here again, if this is something that you is very much got your attention at the moment, then again, just do as and when it feels that you are ready. You are the sign of the goat, so you do need time. Your sign rules time, in fact. Saturn rules time, so you need to take your time. But having said that, don't be dragging your feet, because the little goat, once it makes up its mind, it is very tenacious, and it does get to the top of the mountain. So it does that in quick order, pretty much, stopping every now and again for a little bit of a munch on the way up. So then from the 22nd, the sun moves and goes into a background area where you'll be more interested in things getting ready behind the scenes, perhaps to do with the past. And this is coming into the same area as Saturn is, because Saturn is also in the same background area for a very long time. It's there until October 2017. And this position of Saturn means you're preparing, you're dealing with the past, you're finishing off loose ends, you're getting ready for the big new cycle when Saturn comes into your sign in, well, right at the end of 2017, so 2018 basically. And also around about then we'll be getting Uranus into Taurus, which will be stunningly strong into your sign, but really, really good energy into your sign from Taurus. And that could mean big changes coming, but you early Capricorns will be feeling that first, and I'm talking about 2018, not talking about now. But that's just FYI. Okay, and Saturn is now in this position, so this is the time for you to do more inner work, maybe tidy up things that have been, left in a heap in the corner, and connected to your past. And this is a time for you also to be that hidden support in a way for others. Unrecognized very likely, but you filling that gap there in their lives. And then Jupiter, of course, is in your area of career and overall life direction now. So this is going to be an interesting year for you in that regard. So whether it's professional things you are that have your attention, or it's the general direction of your life, this position of Jupiter means that more doors are likely to be swinging open with new direction in this area here. And the thing about Jupiter, it's a sign, it's the planet of abundance. So one of the pitfalls with Jupiter might be that you get too much on your plate. You get too many offers coming towards you, and not of the caliber that really you will be able to settle with and consolidate, and which is very much in matching and meeting the standards that you have. I don't mean standards really. I mean the version of yourself you're most comfortable with. So so this is a time to over this year to separate the wheat from the chaff. So for you Capricorns born the 31st of December to the 8th of January, or with 10 to 18 degrees rising, you'll feel the energy of Jupiter the most. And for Saturn, it'll be you Capricorns born 3rd to the 8th of January, or with 13 to 18 degrees rising. Yeah. And you will be feeling that the most. As far as Jupiter is concerned, Jupiter and Pluto are coming close together in the second half of the month, and that will help give you the power to succeed through intuitive value evaluation, through sussing things out, through weighing things up about what really matters to you now in that area of your direction in life, and working towards that. But there may be a feeling of things are out of your control, and there can be a power struggle or a battle of wills going on there. But just keep that clarity within. Don't get too narrow-minded or sort of blinkered, and go forwards. Uranus, for you Capricorns born the 10th to the 13th of January, that's 22, 23 degrees rising. You're going to feel that energy the most. And Uranus, of course, is is at the root of your chart, so this can mean changes to do with property or among the family. And then Pluto, you Capricorns born the 3rd to the 9th of January, 14 to 17 degrees rising, are going to feel that the most. And of course, Pluto is in your sign, and you are the ones that are becoming hypersensitive. You are the ones that are going through this rather emotional evolutionary process where what is small to others is big for you, and it's a moment of fate coming, or rather the hand of destiny coming into your life, and it's a special time. So on that note, that's it for November. And if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those. And also you can read up this material on my website, DianaGarland.com. And I'll see you the next time.